How you doing? It's your man Phil Williams from the Phil Williams Show. Welcome, welcome, and welcome. Man, it's got something for you today. It's gonna be a real crazy day. Cliff Kelly, what's going on, man? Congratulations, man, on the job. You are absolutely right. It is a dream job for you, sir. Man, God bless you and your family. All the prayers that went out for Cliff Kelly. Thank you, guys. What's up, Glenn? How you doing? Glenn Blackman, Lita Whitener, what's up? That's my girl. I'm with Lita, trust me. Hey, Thomas Braun, how you doing, Thomas? Yeah, what's up, buddy? Dan Rame, how you doing, sir? Man, thank you guys for joining in today. For all you people that's joining in for the first time, what's up, Borgia? How you doing? Hey, for all you guys joining in for the first time, Ken Thompson, the Enforcer. Welcome to the Phil Williams Show. What's up, Sandra Smith? How you doing? Hey, I got Sandra's name wrong the other day. She helped me with some great statistics. Thank you, Sandra, for that. Got your name wrong. What's up, Alistine, Glenn Talley? Hey, there goes my Shiro. How you doing, Pamela Keaton? What's going on, Karina Gaines? Man, you guys are just always returning. But for you people that's watching me for the first time, hey, it's Phil time. Ain't that right, Amy? Amy Krause, how you doing? Joan Perlin. Hey, for you guys watching me for the first time, thank you guys for joining me. I'm a different kind of guy. I love the Lord, and I love this country. I refuse to let somebody get me ticked off at a place that I'm not going to leave. This is where I was born and raised. You guys see that on air sign, right? That means I'm on air. Thanks, guys. Hey, but anyway, got some people knocking at the door. Give me about a half hour. But anyway, what's up, Robert Vincent? South Carolina's own. How you doing? Where shows? But anyway, I'm a different kind of guy. You know, like I said, I love my country. I love the Lord. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love the opportunity that I have to speak with you guys. I love that you guys chime in. I love all your responses. I don't care if you're on my side or not, because to me, that's what makes us great and that's what makes us better. I do not block people. I do not unfriend people. I have blocked somebody, but in the process of even doing that, I've consulted with my listeners. I've consulted with people that I trust. And I shared with them, you know, I basically go through everything I possibly can not to block somebody. I believe that if I want to share my point of view, I have to allow you to share yours. I have received everything from death threats to death threats. You know, I got mad love from a lot of you guys. Some of you guys participate in some of the programs that I do to try to help these young people. But the Phil Williams Show is a different kind of show. I am not a cheerleader for nobody but Jesus Christ. I'm a cheerleader for this country. I'm a cheerleader for positivity. I am what I call a political atheist. I do not put my faith in any of the parties. I do not put my faith in politics, even though I know politics has a place. But anyway, I'm here today, guys. We're going to do a little Phil Williams educational day today. As you know, our liberal Trojan horse hiding behind the magical R has went full-blown liberal. He's doing his thing. I understand people that want to say that Trump has let you down. See, first of all, I just like to come from the premise that he's never was one of us. He never was. He's a flaming liberal. He's always been a liberal. But you guys were sold we have to win. It can't be Hillary. Jesus has to be marginalized. Morals and values have to be put to the side in order for us to have all three branches. And I'm going to do a show on that later, too. But this is what you guys were sold. You were sold that this has to happen. This must take place at all cost. But unfortunately, you did it with a lifelong liberal. And liberalism is what I have a problem with. If there is any case that I can make for us to get off this never Trump thing, I understand it. I'm a part of it. I appreciate it. But we're going to have to start understanding what liberalism does. And we're going to have to be never liberalism. This country is losing because of liberalism. It's not losing because of Trump. This has been in the making for a long time. And that's what I want to talk about today. I'm going to break down how we are at this place right now and what is happening now that Trump has gone full-blown liberal. Now he's just telling you straight to your face something that we have been trying to tell you for a long time. Now, let's take the Second Amendment. See, first of all, he's already been trashing the First Amendment. Everything in the First Amendment, this lifelong liberal, has got your representative to go along with them, fake news, all this kind of stuff, hating Democrats, all this kind of foolishness, so they can destroy the media. So your First Amendment is already trashed, thanks to the Trojan horse. He already opened up the hatch, came out, soldiers came out, you found out your guy was in there too. You know, yeah, you're so-called conservative. Yeah. And you're a conservative talk show host, you know, Rush Limp-Balls and the Trumpy bunch, you know, Sean the Spanks and Shucky Ducky and all them guys. Laura Ingraham, you know, Phil Ingram's long-lost white sister, singing all Trump's greatest hits. See, that was the liberal approach, which you're lifelong liberal with the magical R. Now let's get to the Second Amendment, because the Second Amendment has really struck a note. I'm listening to the cheerleaders. This is why I'm telling you guys, you should never go with a cheerleader for a politician. Because a cheerleader's job is to keep a smiley face and keep you rah-rah when their team sucks. So I've always told you, beware of a cheerleader. They cheered conservatism as the cloak around this lifelong liberal. They cheered it. Why? Because you fell for the banana in a tailpipe. You fell in love with the fact that Rush can break down liberalism to you, but then all of a sudden you don't understand how we've switched so fast, because he never was conservative. I'm going to tell you this. He never was conservative. There was nothing that Trump did that was so magnificent to have you give up conservatism that fast if you were a true conservative. Yeah, he might have threw a conservative bone out of his bag of bone spurs, but you know, the thing is that he never was conservative. How could Rush Limbaugh and Sean Hannity, these guys supposed to be Jesus-loving, God-fearing conservatives, and just switch for this lifelong liberal so fast? Because they never were. But I'm going to pick up the mantle and I'm going to educate you guys on liberalism and how we got here. Now that everybody seems to want to be a little bit more ticked off now that the Second Amendment thing is coming out of the Trojan horse's mouth. I want to talk about this gun age, raising the age limit. I want to talk about a few other things, but I want to talk about this age limit thing. This should be very, very concerning to you guys. Why 21? Why raise the age? Why was the age limit 18? See, first of all, let's take a trip down memory lane, history lane. See, our founding escaped slaves, what we know as the founding fathers, but I like to call them founding escaped slaves so that even liberal voters can relate to what I'm saying because they understand slavery. See, our founding escaped slaves, they escaped slavery. They escaped British rule and things of this nature where they couldn't speak out against power, where they couldn't worship God the way that they felt in their spirit to worship God and things of this nature. They escaped that slavery. That was a part of the slavery that they were under. They escaped it. And then they vowed that we would never be enslaved again. And so they came up with the things that they thought was the most important thing to start with first, so that they can guarantee that they'll never be enslaved again. They felt that their ability to praise God the way they felt, the ability to tell power that they can go take a flying leap off of a cliff somewhere and say that you suck, they felt that that was very important to be able to have. To have a media, to be somewhat of a government watchdog, an arbiter of the truth, when somebody devises a campaign speech to win you over, a focus group tested, stay on message type thing. Sound familiar? See, they said, so freedom of the press, freedom of speech, and freedom of religion was very, very important. That's why they put it first. So in their process of trying to remain free and they're writing out these constitutional principles and things of this nature, they came up with what's the second most important thing to make sure that we never get enslaved again. Your right to keep and bear arms, to have a well-armed militia, so that government can never run you over and make you a slave. They got to put some work in. They got to face some hot musket balls and things of this nature. And so now I want to focus in on this militia standpoint. This well-armed militia that they felt it was very important for them to put second after your freedom of speech, religion, and all these things. This well-armed militia, those were families. The militia was not the government. The militia was families farmers and people that make things on the anvil and, you know, the hay guy and the horseshoe guy. And they were normal people like us. They were families. They have the right to keep and bear arms and be a well-armed militia against tyranny or the government overrunning you. They felt this was very, very important to maintain their freedom now that they escaped slavery. See, these family members had children involved. Children learned how to shoot the muskets and pack the gunpowder. They were responsible armed citizens. Children. The 13-year-old, 10-year-old probably came out, probably had some kind of burlap bag diaper. It was scratching their butt and it created chafing and things of this nature. But they knew how to do something with a firearm to help protect their property and their farms and their families from government takeover and criminals that want to take over. But the militia part is more so the government aspect. The right to keep and bear arms was just them protecting their property against other people that want their property. So to maintain their freedom, these first two things, if they can speak, they can put the press out there and get some information across the waters. If they can pray to Jesus the way that they want to, and then they can shoot you in your butt, man, they felt like, man, shoot, the other amendments after that, man, we're pretty straight. We're going to be okay. Because I can put a hot musket ball on you. And so now, liberalism is the thing that wanted to stop this republic, not democracy, but this constitutional republic. That means constitution and a republic. Liberalism was that thing that wanted to stop this. They wanted to stop the spread of this freedom. They wanted to stop this First Amendment and this Second Amendment. Liberalism has been that thing that's always wanted to demolish this. Why? Because liberalism is that thing that wants to enslave you. It wants the government to be able to control people. Liberalism wants this. This is why it needs to be never liberalism, because we're not educating people on liberalism. We're educating people on Trump, which is a Trojan horse, which he likes that attention. Get the attention off of Trump and put it back on liberalism, the thing that's really trying to come and take your freedom. Liberalism is housed in somewhat like Democrats. And there are some Democrats that feel where I'm coming from. Especially a lot of liberal voters, which I've been trying to encourage you guys into help and support me because I know how to flip liberal voters. I've been trying to share this with you, but you've been listening to the cheerleaders and you've been trying to keep your politician that's been snowballing you in office. But I digress. So now liberalism wants to take away your freedom. It's been trying to do this for ages. Liberalism is why we had the Civil War. Liberalism is why we had to change from the Whigs to the Republicans. Because liberalism infiltrated the Whigs. Now we're dealing with liberalism infiltrating the Republicans. This is why it's very important for us to come up with something different. It's our turn now. It's our turn to fight. It's our turn to do the heavy lifting. You constitution-loving, freedom-loving patriots, Jesus-loving patriots. It's our turn now. We got to create something different. While these people try to hang on. You don't think the Whigs were trying to hang on to the Whigs? So what do you think? The Republicans are going to just let it go? No, the GOP is going to try to hang on. So now that we got this liberalism going on, that's been trying to take away your rights, they realized that they couldn't take them away because them patriots back then was off the chain. They ain't like these patriots now, hiding behind thumbnails and focus group speeches. They wasn't like that, man. The politicians back then were family members too. The way they selected politicians and people ran, they thought it was a duty. A political figure was a person that was a doctor or a pastor or something like that felt like they had a duty to go represent their district or represent their people. We don't have that now. Special interests and all that kind of stuff. We don't have that now. So now liberalism has figured out a way to get us to give away our freedoms. See, they get you to be all sensitive and your right to feel good. And so then they take away people's free speech or get you to give away free speech in a vote so that people won't say nothing bad about you. So people can't say things that make you not feel good. The way that you're functioning in your groups now. That's why I don't block anybody, because I'm not going to fall into that foolishness. Now, when it comes to the Second Amendment and this age thing, remember I was saying, well-armed militia, kids were a part of the family, learned about firearms and protecting and things of this nature. If a person's crazy as a bedbug, they blow up somebody with a musket, if that's what they was going to do. But the more people saved with guns, there's more people saved with guns than hurt with guns. So now, this age thing, why raise it to 21? Why was it raised to 18? See, it's liberals' way of saying this is an age of responsibility. But it's the very same liberals that created the irresponsible acting 18-year-olds. Here's why you should not, it's not a slippery slope of this 21 thing. Here's why you should not even play with that vertical ice rink. It's a vertical ice rink. It's not a slippery slope. See, I'm going to go back to the responsibility. Have you ever noticed, history lesson number 2, have you ever noticed the F the police era? The F the police era, the NWA era. This song they had called F the police, and you know what F means. Hey, give me a second. I might have somebody's keys. Give me 1 second. I'm coming right back. 1 second. Is somebody knocking on the door? Okay, I'm on air. Right here. Okay, I got you. Thank you, guys. Quick second. Hey, I'm live. I'm sorry. Real busy guy. Sorry about that. See, the F the police era. This song come out in 1988. It was the birth of what we call gangster rap and thug rap and drug dealing rap and all this kind of stuff. See, because rap is a cultural thing now. It's not a black thing. It's not a white thing. It's a cultural thing. This song is 30 years old. It came out in 88. It's 30 years old. Keep in mind 21 now. It's 30 years old. It's liberals' way of teaching rebelliousness and disrespect for authority and things of this nature. And they called a song called F the Police. Now, they was doing some foolishness since 1986. NWA, and if you know what the NWA stands for, it stands for niggas with attitude. Keep in mind now this, right? Now, if you look at all the liberal entertainers, they support Democrats. But this is what's raising our community. F the police mindset has been in our community for 30 years. 30 years. They want to raise the irresponsible or the level of responsibility to 21 years. A 21-year-old has been raised through this era of irresponsibility. The level of irresponsibility stops at the age of 30. Disrespect for authority, disrespect for anything. Selling drugs, pimping, having hoes, babies out of wedlock. All this foolishness is supported through the arts and entertainment that supports Democrats, that are bastions of liberalism. You fall for it. They raised these shooters. They raised these criminals. They raised these misogynists. They raised these crying, whining crybabies. They raised them. This is why it should be never liberalism versus never Trump. They raised this guy, Cruz. It's the liberals that make sure the pharmaceutical companies is the recommended process of your child can't sit still in their seat. The liberals. Look at what liberalism has done in Chicago. It's unarmed all the legal citizens and all of the criminals got guns. Liberals. Not necessarily Democrats, because if you can make your case properly, like how I do all the time, a Democrat will say Phil's got a point. A liberal won't. But a liberal can be flipped if they're a voter. It's the liberal elites that make sure this stuff festers. Donald Trump is a funder of the liberal elites. You guys are the idiots to let them cheerleader, let you not see that Donald Trump was the funder of Hillary. You guys did that because you just had to win. The R had to win. Donald Trump was the funder of the liberals. Now he's there after he done the First Amendment, got you guys on this fake news stuff. He then got elected president after decimating everybody that's a Republican, which I'm not really crying about because every Republican I heard was still supporting big government. But you guys, personality over principle, you guys couldn't hear the big government pitch. And just because Donald Trump can cuss, because they raised you to like cussing through reality TV and all this stuff that's really not reality, so I thought that was just stupid. You feel like cussing somebody out is a level of respect? NWA, 30 years, disrespect. So now cussing somebody out is respectful? See, showing that it rubbed off on you too. That's why Barack Obama said we're days away from fundamentally transforming this country, because he knows what they've been doing for the 50, 60 years prior. They know they got you hooked on the boob tube. They know they got you hooked on the radio. They know that you leave the church and you get in the car and you still put on your gangster rap music and smoking dope and all this kind of stuff, and you wonder why we got an opioid crisis. It's promoted. All this foolishness that we're suffering for is promoted. This is why I do what I do. To counter-promote that stuff. That's why I ask for your support. It has to be done. We have to break this cycle of liberalism. We have to find a way for Phil Williams to get off this liberal-ran Facebook. They can block me anytime they want for telling the truth and calling them out. If you stop supporting these sellout Republicans and is trying to keep these seats, we might be in a better position. It's just a matter of time before they pull the plug on me. I'm writing books. I'm making music. I'm doing these things to counteract this stuff. So I'm not just sitting here yapping at the trap about it. I'm letting you understand that the liberals raised these kids to have a school shooting after they bully the kid and marginalize the kid, make fun of the kid, and all this kind of stuff. This is how they knew this kid was the one. Why? Because they helped create this kid under the guises of free speech and snowflakeism. And then when the kid pops off on the drugs that was supported by the liberal counselor that he got to get because the kid is all over the place or he's not functioning properly. After you bought into all the things the liberals created, then the kid goes and shoots somebody, and then now you're ready to give up your Second Amendment. But you won't do a dang thing about all these scissors. That's killing how many kids have been killed since the kids in Florida? I'm even hearing conservatives making very good points to keep guns. Never bring up the point that abortion is killing more kids than the guns are. I never heard it. You ever watch that show, Louder with Crowder? Awesome guy. I'm sitting here watching him, I say, talk me off the Second Amendment. But every point that he makes never brings up abortion. I'm sitting there just watching him paint the picture. Why don't you hit him back with abortion kills more? But just to be fair with him, he's just trying to keep it on Second Amendment. That's cool. I can understand that. The thing is that our children have been raised for over 30 years with a F the police mentality. Gun-free zones is really just a picnic smorgasbord. Guess what? Because he was like F the police even before it was a gun-free zone. Gun-free zones haven't been here since 1988. you see what's happening here? If you raise the age to 21 because they tell you that's the level of responsibility, next is going to be 30. Because they can prove that for 30 years people have been raised to be irresponsible, to be selfish, to be reckless, to resolve their conflicts with killing. Everybody wants a teacher to be armed. Conservatives, how about the teacher be armed with the Bible? Where are you going to make the case there? You don't hear none of these cheerleading conservatives, anybody that's now all of a sudden upset with Trump, you don't hear them on the boob tube saying bring Jesus back, not making the case for how you brought NWA, F the police in, but screw Jesus out. They're being raised to be this destructive. There's a 30-year track record of F the police, and 21 is just the start. They're trying to dismantle the possibility for a well-armed militia. They have a plan. Donald Trump was a part of that plan. And now they're implementing it. Why? Because Donald Trump knows he has 23 Republicans in the House that'll vote with the Democrats. And he knows he has 3 senators in the Senate that will vote with the Democrats. That's why Donald Trump is wide open now. Hope Hicks got called into the special prosecutor. He then told her, your bacon is cooked. She comes out, resigns. They hold that information while Trump gives the whole carte blanche of the Second Amendment away to Dianne Feinstein sitting over there to his left. To the left, that was kind of interesting how she was sitting to the left. To the left, everything from the Second Amendment to the left. That's what's happening. That's what he wanted in the first place. He was the sleeper cell when they told him, hey, Florida happened. Time to roll. They have what they need to take away your Second Amendment rights. You're not understanding, or you emotionally trapped into 17 children. Not looking at all the people that's saved by guns. 17 children. What about the 3,000 a day that's killed in abortion clinics? If it's about children. I shared this with you before. America's a corporation. A corporation can have an acceptable amount of loss before it starts losing money. How else do you think that there's more people killed by knives, but you don't hear them trying to get rid of all the cutlery? They know how ignorant you are. Why? Because you're the one that's going to bring up, but what about a driver's license? Driver's license is not in the Constitution. Second Amendment is. Right to keep and bear arms is. It's constitutional. See, driver's licenses are not constitutional. All your arguments, beer, alcohol, cigarettes, that's not constitutional. Understand what's constitutional that keeps your freedoms versus some emotional type thing that means a hell of beans when it comes to your freedom. Come on, people. This thing is not difficult. I hope I broke this down good enough for you. First of all, stop worrying about 2018. 2018 is done. If you're giving your money to these people trying to hang on to a seat in 2018, that's a wasted money. Done. Donald Trump just proved it. 2018 is done. They're going to pick up seats. It's done. It's gone too far. We were trying to pull it back. Recovering? Now that I'm screaming like Paul Revere, the liberals are coming. The liberals are coming. We won that war, by the way. We can win this one too, if we fight right. We have to fight for the hearts and the minds of our future. Our future is not in the seat of a politician. Our future is knowing that we can do all things through Christ Jesus who strengthens us, even if they elect a Hillary Clinton. If they had a Hillary Clinton, none of this stuff would be happening. But you settle for the one who funded Hillary Clinton and let cheerleaders keep you away from that information. The media has you just where they want you. You keep listening to these people when they devised this plan. This thing, it was well hatched. Don't forget, they think they're intellectuals. Donald Trump said, if I run, I'll run as a Republican because they're stupid. Man, I got to say that Donald Trump was right about something. People, you got to understand, man, we're going to have to fight different. We're going to have to educate our children. You keep sending your children to these liberal institutions. You know they're liberal. You know that you're a Republican or a conservative family sitting at the dinner table on Thanksgiving arguing with your mini socialists that you pay $60,000 a year for them to go to school to get socialistized. I'm just trying to share with you guys, we got to do this thing different. Don't worry about 2018. Another point, why did the orange Julius Caesar salad with Russian dressing come out so early? I'm just going to hit this, but I'm going to expound on this in another show. Why did he come out so early? Everybody's going, oh, Donald Trump, no Republican never come out. Why? Because people don't usually run against the president. All he did was neutered all the Republicans for running against him, buying time. Donald Trump is going to resign. Robert Mueller is doing his thing. Hope Hicks, all this stuff, man, trust me, they told Hope something. And she had no hope, so she got out. Donald Trump is giving the store away because that's what he was there for in the first place. He was never a Republican. He was never a conservative. All of his rich buddies got paid. All the corporations got permanent tax cuts. You guys got a raise of $1.50 to $18 and you're supposed to just love it. Got a little bonus check of $1,000 while they cut jobs. Come on, man. We're going to have to own up that we gave away. We positioned ourselves here. Why? Because you didn't invest in things to counteract what these liberals were doing. All you did was just talk. Type. See, I didn't. I build. I construct programs. I get in there and give morals and values. I can trick you into eating your spinach. I need your help. Our children have dreams. Get the book. I was being told, but nothing about my dreams. Unless their dreams was to be some kind of stripper or some kind of gangster rapper. If that was their dream, yeah, they're being told that all the time. Being some professional criminal, yeah, they're being told that all the time. Going to people's houses, yeah, they're being told that all the time. But what happened to our kids that wanted to be doctors and nurses and astronauts and police officers and firefighters and soldiers and stuff? Nobody's telling them about that dream. I'm trying to. I need your help so we can tell more. You guys should be supporting me so we can create another medium that's not relying upon Facebook or the stuff that's created by liberals. Come on. You just keep giving your money to this sellout Republican. Now your Second Amendment is about to go down the tubes. Got a church family that says if you buy a book, they'll give a book to a foster kid. Why is that so important? The statistics show that 60-70% of the children being human trafficked are foster children. So my pastor wants to help facilitate children to have a dream so that they don't have to fall into the trap of human trafficking. Support it. Anti-bullying through my program, Little Jimmy's Get Fit and Get Fit Challenge. I got a retired master sergeant as a business partner. Ready to go in here and get these children, conservatives, trying to go in here and get these children to understand their health in a fun way. Why don't you support it? Jacob's Ladder, we have an opioid crisis. I have the only anti-drug CD in the country. Doing something about it. Using the same medium that got him to say F the police to get him to say screw the drugs. I could be better than that. I could be smarter than that. Why don't you support it? Your local politician didn't give it to you. They caught in hand wrangling to the point to where they're about to give away your Second Amendment. They already got you screwed up on your First Amendment. Can't find Jesus anywhere. Especially where it counts. Why don't you support it? Got Little Jimmy's Reading Circle. About to do some stuff to where Little Jimmy's going to be going into the schools. I'm going to need you guys' help to help me buy at least 100 books to give to these children so we can encourage them to not be school shooters. I'm about to launch Little Jimmy's 5 Keys to Conflict Resolution and Problem Solving. When was the last time you heard that in the school system? Why don't you support it? Sitting around waiting for your local politician is about to have you without your arms. Come on, man. This thing is not difficult. It's not partisan. I just gave you a history lesson on why these First and Second Amendments are so important and how they've been raising our children for 30 years, 3 generations of Americans through the F the police era. And see, now it's morphed into F authority. Forget authority. That's where it's at. Anybody with authority, our children are raised to cry foul, cry racist, cry you're hurting my feelings. Who taught them that? Liberalism. Never liberalism, people. But we can counteract it. We can fight this. We can win. Because guess what? Liberal voters are dying too. Liberal voters were utterly upset about what was not happening under the 8 years of Obama. We blew that opportunity. They were ready for morals and values. They're ready right now. I don't think there's no greater time to share the love of Jesus Christ right now. We just got to be creative with it. Hey, thank you guys for listening to me. Please share this. Please share this. Please support our programs. You can go to littlejimmydjpaz.jimdo.com. You can make a tax-deductible donation. You can mail a check or money order to Philip Williams, P.O. Box 3331, Decatur, Georgia, 30031. You can reach out to me on a PM and we can do something different. If you like to buy some books so that Little Jimmy can give them to the children, purchase the books. You can get them on Amazon. And you can have them shipped to 640 Highway 138. 640 Highway 138, Riverdale, Georgia, 30274. That comes right here to my studio. We're going to videotape it, everything. You can see where your funds are going. Let's help these children. Because right now, George Clooney and all the rich Hollywood guys are the only ones trying to help our children. They're really hijacking our children so they can be the sad face in this gun control debate. They already knew they had an ace in the hole with Trumpy. He's let his hair down, and the liberals have climbed up into the tower of the Second Amendment. Hey, I love you guys with everything I have and everything that I don't have. Please give prayers to my pastor. His father passed away and went on to glory today. We're getting ready to do his homegoing ceremony. So give prayers out to my pastor and my first lady, Pastor Jimmy and Karen Copeland. He loves you guys dearly. He enjoyed the broadcast. He's looking forward to coming back and sharing some more things with you guys. Please pray for my pastor. Please pray for our church family. But more so, pray for our leaders so that we may have peace. Participate in some positive things. I'm doing some stuff, and there's other people like me out there. We just need your support. But I'm here advocating on my behalf. Hey, sorry if I went too long. Thank you again for all the people that's new listening. Please like the Phil Williams Show. Become my friend on my Facebook page. Follow me. Phil Williams HQ on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And Phil Williams Show on Facebook and YouTube. Support my programs. Thank you. Remember this. We may have come here on 2 separate ships, but we're all in the same boat now. And it takes both the black and white keys on the piano to play the Star Spangled Banner. So peace, love, together, forever. Don't worry, be happy, and feel that energy. And remember, what you are is God's gift to you. What you do with yourself is your gift to God. Only one life will be passed, but only what's done while you're here will last. We were blessed before we had color. So engage your mind and answer one question. Did Phil do a good job of breaking that down? I don't want to pat myself on the back, but never liberalism. Never liberalism. Hey, love you guys. Again, please share this video. God bless you.